Hello, everybody. This is John Corelli, your average guy opinions. This is episode 99. I want to talk about My Utopia. I did a scan amount of research on universal basic income. I don't know, I think it is feasible. You obviously have to take certain amounts away from certain other entities, but they could probably handle it if if the people are getting the money are somewhat responsible with it. Now, that having said that, how much do we believe in that? I mean, I voted for weed, to be legalized here in Colorado in 2012. It obviously passed because, as you probably know, everyone's coming here to smoke weed. We had a huge jump in population of the last 9 years. Unfortunately, I also had a faith when I voted that way because I don't care. I don't smoke pot. I mean, I think I've told you guys about my drug experiences. I mean, I've done it a few times, but it's way too strong and it's not enjoyable, so I don't do it. But when I cast that vote, I said, you know what? I believe in rights and responsibilities. And that's part of the problem with America in general. Everyone thinks they have rights, and we're dropping the responsibility question. I think that's a Trump problem, too, and honestly, a Republican problem because I actually have heard the last three presidents now, Biden, Democratic presidents, Biden, Obama, and even Clinton, talk about personal responsibility in State of the Union addresses. And that, hey, we got to, whether it was Clinton talking about the economy, Obama talking about getting along, or Biden talking about COVID, they put a stamp on personal responsibility. And that's something I never heard Bush do, and I never heard Trump do. I mean, obviously Trump, but I don't think I'm being biased here. There is a personal responsibility equation to our country that is often just left on the back burner, if on the stove at all, by the Republicans. It's like, oh yeah, you can have your guns, you can have this, this, and this, but then they don't talk about the responsibility of gun ownership. They don't talk about the responsibility of paying your taxes. This anti-tax thing kills me. It just kills me. Like, oh, why should I get taxed? Because you fucking enjoy the things that taxes pay for, like police, fire, roads. Fine, fine. You don't want to pay your taxes. You stay in your fucking house. You don't send your kids to public school. God forbid your house catches fire. Because don't call the police. Don't even try dial 911 because you won't connect. Because 911 is also paid for by taxes. So the anti-tax thing has always just made me crazy. Well, I earn that money. Yeah, you do. You also are paying into a system through your taxes. It hurts a lot less. What's going to be next? You call an ambulance? You got to slide a card before they put your ass on that ambulance? Is that the way you want it to work? Good luck, buddy. Or the fire department. Fire department comes, or a cop. God forbid. Somebody breaks into your house, your gun isn't ready, you get shot, or whatever happens. You call the police, and they're like, "I'm sorry, sir, you're not a taxpayer. You got your credit card?" He's got a little slide right by his holster on his gun. Oh, decline. Sorry, you're fucked. Go about your business, criminal. Whatever. I mean, honestly, that to take it to a logical conclusion, that is really what that belief system leads to. So let's get back to what I was going to talk about. It was like My Utopia. Um, People work. People do meaningful jobs, though. Maybe we get rid of YouTubers like me. Maybe we get rid of TikTok. Maybe we get rid of Facebook. I don't know. I see a lot of fighting and nonsense on Facebook and everywhere. But that's maybe human nature. Maybe that's an outlet we need so we don't shoot up things. I don't know. But the social aspect of My Utopia is just getting along. Very simply, just getting along. Accepting people for their differences, even if they're crazy differences. I mean, I can even deal with a Nazi as long as he's not a violent Nazi. I don't like the guy. I don't want him to exist. But if he's not doing anything really wrong except having a shitty belief system, I can deal with that. Just keep him over there in the corner. You know, don't shoot anybody. Don't rape anybody. Keep your mouth shut, and you can be as Nazi as you want. But that's the problem, is people don't do that. So, but my social aspect would be, let's just teach each other to get along, and maybe that's not even on the docket as far as education, because it seems like people that are told to get along are very upset about being told to get along. Like, oh, I don't have to like it. I don't have to like everybody. I don't even have to accept anybody. It's like, all right, Maybe that's the backlash we're getting from telling people to get along. Maybe we just shut the fuck up about that and eventually we all get along. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. My and that's an important phase. I don't know if it's my first phase or my second phase. Maybe these two phases can go hand in hand. But the big one for me is cleaning up the planet. You guys have seen me bitch about this before. I just this would be, I don't know how the new Green Deal works. I haven't looked into it very specifically, but my new Green Deal would be, hey, we're going to create a bunch of jobs. Here's how we're going to create them. We're going to use a lot of technology, and we're also going to use a lot of people. We're going to get into landfills. We're going to get into recycling centers. We're even going to go to that big ass new continent that's on the ocean, the plastic continent, and we're gonna get all that shit and we're gonna recycle it. And we're gonna use as many of those whatever we can't use, we will definitely have landfill space for. Whatever we can use, we will use those to create solar panels and windmills, most of which are plastic based. Whatever metal trash we find, we will use for those components. And whatever we don't, we will have to obviously mine some stuff, but we're going to go easier on this planet. That's the key. And we will create jobs while doing it. We will need many people to do these jobs, many people to collect this stuff, to help refine this stuff, and to make it usable as a renewable material. And then we will make windmills, and we will make solar panels, and then we'll put one on every building on this planet. Everyone, no exceptions. I don't care if it makes the Statue of Liberty ugly. She needs a makeover anyway. She's been sitting there since 1886. The Statue of Liberty could have a couple solar panels, maybe get a boob job. I don't know. I think, oh, 2 windmills right on the nips. Yeah, there we go. See, this is why people don't listen to me. This is why I can't run for president or anything. But for real, that would be my utopia. Is like, okay, here's how we clean the planet. Our biggest problems are in manufacturing, transportation, and agriculture. So there's your manufacturing. Would hopefully we would revamp, and we would not need as many oil refineries. Those would be minimalized. They can't shut them down. We definitely need some petroleum in this economy, but we need to slow it down because we don't. It's a non-renewable resource. We can probably get some. We can use plant-based petroleum possibly. That's a little more eco-friendly, I believe. So look into that. But so we would retrofit all the buildings to be run on solar and windmill. That would probably solve the problem, honestly. We could probably be as nasty as we want to the planet on other levels. But I still also want. I do want to pursue meatless if we can. Plant-based meats. I've tasted them. I think they're fine. It would be nice not to be so mean to the animals we share this planet with. I love chicken. I'm not gonna lie. I still eat chicken. I really can't. I'm a big hypocrite here. But if there were if we came up with a safe plant-based, tastes good, feels good chicken, I'm fine with it. Why? I mean, we had last month our governor in Colorado said 1 day go meatless, and people freaked the fuck out. It's like, oh, do you know the kind of business they're losing? Assuming everyone does it, they're losing 1/365th of their yearly business. That's like 1/3%. That's very, very little. And by the way, so many people backlashed at our governor having the unmitigated gall to suggest 1 day of meatlessness. People are like, oh yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna eat more steak today. I'm like, he's just doing it for the 2 reasons I just mentioned. It's easier on the planet not to have all these cows farting and causing methane and all the shipping and all the manufacturing that goes into making meat, not to mention the cruelty to the animals. That's all he was saying, and y'all freaked out. It's ridiculous. Like I said, I'm still eating chicken. I still have a burger once in a while, but I'd be fine if that switched. It's also like electric cars. If I had a choice, a cheap choice, I would get an electric car like that instantly. However, the choices I have with my economic status, I have to just do the best I can and drive what I can. So all of that would change under my utopia. Every car would be retrofit to electric or Tesla or whatever is the most efficient, and that would create so many jobs. Oh, you bring your car in we're going to schedule you. You got to bring your car here today. You're going to be without your car for a day, but when you get it back at the end of the day, it's going to be an electric car. Holy shit, that's amazing. So this, like I said, this is utopia. So these are thoughts that are clanging around in this head in my off hours. But that's what I want. I want a clean planet. I want people to get along. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot more to this utopia, but I'm going to only give you guys one episode because I know I could babble on forever, as you've seen. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you on the other side, episode 100, where I just do a review of what this channel is and what I've hopefully brought. All right, thanks, you guys. Bye.